Hey everybody, welcome to Unreal Nexus. My name is Hunter Seitz and I will be producing high quality Unreal Engine tutorials here on this channel. This YouTube channel is something I've been wanting to do for a few years now. I just haven't been able to find the time to do so. But now with some consistent hard work and some lifestyle changes, I have the time available to make this channel happen. Now I want to talk a little bit about my previous experience that has brought me to this point to start producing these Unreal Engine tutorials. So growing up, I've always been a gamer. Always. I've played video games pretty much my whole life. Out of the friend group that I'd play video games with, I was always the guy, and the only guy, doing crazy systems and complicated things in these games while they were out exploring and just doing basic adventure, melee attack, all that stuff. I was the guy being like, I wonder if I can make it do this if I do it this way, and then make that happen if this happens. I've always been the guy thinking way too deep into video games. I love seeing these game systems and how I can manipulate them to make things happen. I love that control, and I think that is what plays into why I like making video games. Halo 3 Forge mode was the first thing that I really got deep into when I was very young, probably 11, 12 years old. I was playing Halo 3 Forge every day after school, making these crazy maps, staying up all night messing with them. And then of course a big one for me was also Minecraft, making crazy redstone systems and everything that comes along with that. And then one day I came across Game Maker. Game Maker is a game engine that's super simple and mostly great for 2D games. And this was the first time I ever messed around with drag and drop coding systems, stuff like that. Now with Game Maker, I really just made little silly projects, and I was just kind of doing it for fun, messing around, showing my friends what I was able to do. And just offhand, I remember the one game I made was just like a side-scroller 2D game where you go around and collect objects and then you complete the level. Now to step it up a little bit, I ended up finally getting a gaming PC capable of running Crysis 1. Now, as you know, it's formidable to run Crysis back in the day. So I was able to barely run Crysis on this laptop that I got for Christmas one year, and that was the first time that I installed CryEngine 2 right off the CD in the game files. CryEngine 2 opened a whole new thing to me. This was my first game engine, a 3D game engine, and I was able to drag and drop assets, move everything around, and do custom programming through their FlowGraph editor, which if you didn't know, it had a FlowGraph editor, which was like Blueprints in Unreal Engine. Now at this point, I'm probably 13, 14 years old, messing around in CryEngine. Moving forward, when I was 18 years old, I decided to go and do an online course with Full Sail University for their game design program. This program taught me a lot of stuff and actually helped me stay focused on making games and just learning more stuff all the time. This is where I was introduced to Unity, and Unity was the main game engine that I used for like the next 2 years. Unity taught me a lot. It's a very simple layout, easy to get into, and then the coding system was basically JavaScript or C#. Now this brings me to where I finally finished my first video game. It was a VR game under the Artlist store. In total, this game brought me in $1,200 revenue over a couple years. Which even to this day, I'm proud of myself for completing that game and getting it out there and seeing people actually play it. And then I even had my first YouTuber review my game, and that was so cool to see. Now it wasn't long after though, looking back at the project, I was like, man, this game's really simple and I really wish I could improve it and make the game a lot better. Because already within just another year after releasing the game, I've learned so much, I wanted to improve that game. So I was working on this complete remaster and redesign of this game to update it and make it way better overall. Unfortunately, the update never made its release. This is where I ran into my first big issue with Unity. For me personally, looking through lines and lines of code that I've typed out manually just was draining to me. I just was never a big fan of that, because if you just misspell one little tiny thing, one little symbol can mess the whole thing up. So I was working on a new movement system to where you can move objects and it would have to calculate velocity to make all the physics work and everything, and basically it was too much for my knowledge at the time. So I had to give up and I threw the project out. And to this day, I'm disappointed that that update never made it to the game. Now, after about a year of feeling disappointed about that and not really knowing where my game design career was going to go, this was when I first discovered Unreal Engine. I would watch Unreal Engine tutorials on YouTube and just see people create awesome maps, what they were doing with it, and it just looked so much more fluent to me. I love the overall design and appearance of Unreal, and especially the graphics that it was doing over top of what basic Unity assets looked like. I just thought Unreal looked really cool. So I decided I was going to jump ship, download Unreal, delete Unity, and start learning Unreal. And that was the best decision that I've ever made. To this day, Unreal has just opened my doors to so many new things. Now, I'm not knocking Unity. If you use Unity, that's great. If you use any other game engine, that's awesome. But I'm gonna make it real clear right now that I'm an Unreal guy, and I believe Unreal Engine is the best tool that you could be using. And now moving back up to the present moment, I'm excited to be announcing this YouTube channel here and providing you awesome tutorials within Unreal Engine. I've been working with Unreal Engine for 8 years now. I'm 27 years old, and this is what I love doing. The biggest thing for me, moving past the coding issues back in the day, yeah, I could have continued to learn code and just get better at it. But once I got into blueprints within Unreal, it's unlocked new doors for me. And that is why I'm so excited to be launching this channel that I've been working towards for so many years now, to share my knowledge with you and help people around the world learn Unreal Engine. If you would like to check out all of my future content, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell button and you'll be notified when I upload. There's gonna be some super high quality content coming up soon, guys, so do stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope you have a wonderful day.